What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today is probably the most exciting video I've ever filmed before. I came across an article that showed what fragrance notes men find most attractive, and there's actually studies and research behind this. So I thought, let me make a video, and as I was taking all of the fragrance mists that have these specific fragrance notes, it made so much sense because they are some of my most complimented, and some of them you wouldn't even think are fragrance notes that men would be all over. So we are gonna hop right into it. Before we do, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, as well as go follow me on social media. All my links should be below. Definitely TikTok girl, because I be posting all the time on there. And let's get right into it.
I know you chosen for someone that gets you wetter.
The first fragrance note is very known. It is vanilla. Now, vanilla is super sensual, warm. It really does set a mood. And there are studies as early as the 1700s that people have just found that men are most attracted to vanilla. So as number one, I wanted to show you guys Bare Vanilla La Creme, specifically because I've gotten so many countless compliments on this, rightfully so. It is such a beautiful fragrance. It's nice, it's light, it just has more to it than just your typical vanilla. It says decadent vanilla, orchid, and spun sugar. So it's definitely a sugary vanilla, but it's not overbearing. It's not like a childlike cupcake. Specifically, you want to get something just vanilla and tastefully done, and this is that. I would definitely recommend. Now, of course, if you can't get your hands on this, Bare Vanilla, the original one, is a super great option as well. I adore that fragrance. I mean, warm vanilla sugar. There are so many vanillas that you guys can choose from, so just search around. Definitely wear it on like a first date or something. Men are shown, and of course women as well, but this specific study was more geared towards men. Okay, so the second one, I was so surprised, and then I actually saw this on TikTok as well. Another person came out and said scientific evidence that men are very attracted to the smell of donuts. And it actually, I'll read you guys this. It said, this sweet combination increased arousal in more than 30% of men studied by the Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation, which is crazy. It also says black licorice, but I don't have anything that smells like black licorice. Ooh, I love English. That smells like black licorice. But as you guys know, I'm obsessed with raspberry jam donut, and it's one of my most complimented fragrances of all time. I adore this, and every time I wear it, specifically men always say, what are you wearing? Who smells like that in a room? This is just the best fragrance if you want to find yourself a man. I'm telling you. So the fragrance notes in here are wild raspberry jam, powdered sugar, again those sugary notes are just so beautiful, and warm fluffy donut, which is really the key in this. The warmth in here is just beautiful. It's out of this world. And it makes so much sense now that men are so attracted to donut fragrances. By the way, I do want to include, if anyone has done this video already, whether it has to do with perfumes or fragrance mists even, I do not mean to steal your idea. This is literally just what I found on my own. So I don't want anyone to be offended if someone happened to do this already, you know, on YouTube. Credit goes to them, but this is what my idea I came up with. So yeah. Alright, the next one is pumpkin pie. I was so pleasantly surprised. Now I'm going to read this for you guys. The scent of pumpkin pie increased the blood flow in 40% of men. What the heck? Who would have known? Who would have actually known? So this is white pumpkin and chai. I do get a lot of compliments when I wear this in the fall time. It makes me want to start bringing it out more, like all year round. But this is such a beautiful fragrance. I also love the pumpkin cupcake one, which is somewhere in my shelf. I honestly like went to go look for it, and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna show this one. But I love that one as well. Pumpkin, I can see why men really love. Like, I can see why, because when pumpkin's on your skin, it doesn't necessarily come off like pumpkin. It kind of mixes with body chemistries, and just, of course, from person to person, it's going to smell different. But I could see how it does, you know, kind of morph with your body chemistry and put out a different type of fragrance. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. It is beautiful and it just gives off a nice warm fragrance, and it's interesting, specifically this one has chai in it, and it says in this article that in their study may have reacted to the vanilla and cinnamon in the pumpkin pie. So something about this chai as well really makes sense, because I've gotten a lot of compliments from men on this specifically. So I would definitely recommend get some Pumpkin Girl in your collection. You got him. But this next one is Lily of the Valley. So I looked online. I'm like, okay, let me see what fragrances do I wear that have Lily of the Valley in it, because you guys know I got a lot. But I chose this specific one because the amount of compliments I've gotten on it, and this is First Love from Victoria's Secret. This is a straight up perfume. Yes, it's a fragrance mist, but if you want something that smells like an actual perfume, please get this, because it's so fresh, womanly. It's not like grandma-like floral. It is so beautiful, and it says in this study that they did, it heightened arousal in 11% of men, which is very interesting, and it makes sense. A lot of us think, you know, guys wouldn't like floral fragrances, but that's actually the opposite, because a lot of my floral fragrances I've gotten crazy compliments on rather than, let's say, fruity ones, you know? But this is truly stunning and gorgeous. It's long lasting. You don't even need to get the normal perfume in this. You could just get the body mist. I love it. I really want to get the lotion because it is just a beautiful fragrance. I love Lily of the Valley. I think it is one of the most beautiful floral notes there is. It's just something so fresh, delicate, and just lovely about it. I adore it, and I think you should definitely get this one. This next one is Bergamot, which makes me so happy because Bergamot is one of my favorite fragrance notes, like definitely up there. So it says that Bergamot was found to increase the amount of amino acids in the brain. Why do we care about that? Well, science tells us that these amino acids trigger heightened levels of hormones, leading to an increased libido, which is very interesting. So this says, or this fragrance is liquid coconut, and I personally love coconut, and I wanted to include this Bergamot fragrance, especially because we're moving more into warmer weather. Of course, I have so many other Bergamot fragrances that I'm obsessed with, but I definitely wanted to include this because it's just that time of year. But this has coconut water and salted bergamot. This is a super fresh fragrance. There's something so crisp about bergamot and just gorgeous. The way it specifically mixes with my body chemistry is out of this world. It just smells like an absolute dream. I love it. It makes me feel confident. I mean, I've gotten an insane amount of people come up to me and tell me how good I smell when I have on bergamot fragrances, which makes, again, a lot of sense because clearly men be all over it. Okay, so this next one is Rose. Now, Rose is beautiful. Again, I hated this at first, and I'm going to read you guys what this says. It's rare to find a scent more associated with love and romance than rose. Rose oil helps with the circulation and blood flow, all important for love. But of course, it's a very sensual and romantic scent that is emotionally uplifting, which is interesting. Oh, I love Rose. I literally have this shower gel in my bathroom right now, and I just be smelling so good. I feel like I'm in a spa every time I've been showering. It is a beautiful fragrance. Specifically this I would recommend to get because it's a very pure rose, and it's very romantic. It's very, you know, date night, or you're with your boo thing, or, you know, you're going on like a little picnic or something, like you're going to brunch with your boo thing, something like that. It just gives off such a romantic vibe, and it mixes with body chemistry so beautifully. Rose, I know a lot of people get turned off by it, like when they smell it straight out the bottle, but I'm telling you, put it on your skin, just trust me on it, just try it out because you might love it. Two other fragrance notes that are known for men to be obsessed with are Sandalwood and Musk, and I decided let me get one fragrance that falls underneath both of those fragrance notes. This is In the Stars. I'm sure you guys have heard about In the Stars. It is such a beautiful, gorgeous, sexy fragrance. It smells like an actual perfume. Everyone seems to love this fragrance when I wear it, and actually in the article it says that both women and men are very attracted to musk, so don't be afraid of musk. I know many people are Do not be afraid of it. If it's done correctly, it's going to be amazing on you. Next, I'm going to be talking about the fragrance note lavender. It's known to make people very calm, which is really great for, you know, seducing someone, turning someone on, to just make them feel safe and calm. So lavender vanilla from Victoria's Secret. I'm going to put a photo right up here. I looked through my entire collection right now, could not find it for the life of me. I know the second I'm done filming, I'm going to go look at my collection. I'm going to find it. But that is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's nice, it's light, it's not overbearing. It has that vanilla in there, which men are super attracted to as well. So those two notes together are just beautiful, absolutely stunning. This next one is Sage. Now, I'm going to read you guys what it says on here. This scent has a deep, sweet, nutty flavor that also helps to calm and soothe stress and anxiety, but also to lessen inhibitions and boost desire. It can also stimulate energy and can help a woman to relax as well, which helps with anxiety. That is so crazy because I have found men love sage, and you wouldn't think so. Like, it's not a super like popularized fragrance note that's in a lot of perfumes and stuff, but I get so many compliments when I wear sage. So this is white tea and sage. Beautiful fragrance. Of course, sparkling bergamot's in here, so you get the best of both worlds with the bergamot and the sage. White tea, fresh sage, violet woods, which it also says in this article that woodsy fragrances are also very desired. The perfume that smells very strong of orange. I'm sorry I don't own anything that is a fragrance mist that's like straight up orange, but I wanted to include something to show you guys. This is Tocca Stella. Oh my god, truly got me obsessed with the brand Tocca to begin with. It is a stunning fragrance, out of this world, just so fresh, so intoxicating. It just makes you smell so good and people gravitate to it. It's something about it that's just so fresh. I'm going to read you guys what the orange number 4 says. On more fruity notes, the citrus smell produced an arousal in a reaction in almost 20% of men, which is very interesting, and I would definitely recommend that because men, this all makes sense, you guys. Literally, men have been all over these fragrances for as long as I've been wearing them, and now it all makes sense. By the way, I just wanted to leave off by God loves you for you, whether you love men, whether you love women. I didn't want anyone to think all because I'm catering to fragrances men love is, you know, I have one way of thinking. I believe in love and the power of love, and whatever you love and whoever you love, you are valid, and God loves you just as much as everyone else. I know, you know, so many different opinions are around Christianity and, you know, whether you're gay or straight or whatever you may identify as or whatever you may be, but I believe that God loves, and we should, you know, be an example of what God is and who God is, and to represent love and to not judge, because I am no one to judge and you are no one to judge. So I just want to let you guys just hear that, because I know we live in a world where it's so quick and easy because of our upbringings and because of this and because of that to just judge other people on what makes them happy versus getting right with God, because a lot of the time the same people who judge most claim that they're right with God, and that's why they're able to judge you. But they're usually the exact same people that are not right with God, because if you're judging, clearly you're not right with God in that aspect. If you really are right with Him, you have the view of, I love people just the same way, unconditionally, whether they are gay, whether they are straight, whatever it may be. So if we do want to please God and represent God, it's just to love other people, to not make our judgment force people out of our lives, or not welcome people to church because of different views and opinions. Of course you can have your opinion, you know, I am no one to say your opinion is wrong, but we have to treat people with kindness and respect and let people live their best lives. As cheesy as it sounds, let them live a fulfilled life in their definition. of a fulfilled life, and we have to stay in our lane and just focus on loving God and representing Him every day. So I just wanted to put that message out there. I support everyone, and everyone has the right to love, and you are all so worthy of love wherever your love comes from. But I love you all the absolute most. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I can't wait to see you guys in my other videos. And that was not English. It was like video, and then I added the S at the end. But I love you all, and I will see you guys in my next one.
I know you dodging for someone that gets you